Welcome to another episode of the Brewery Word Podcast. How are you guys doing today? This is your solo speaker, Alex. You can call me Brewery. I'm doing good. My life has been peaceful. Quarantining has been hell so far. It's challenging. I want to talk about the state of the pandemic. This quarantine is very overwhelming. We don't have any updates on when it will be over. People are getting the vaccine. Millions of people have been vaccinated. I can't get vaccinated right now because I'm not considered high risk. We have been through so much. I just feel bad for people who know that they're suffering because they are at high risk. It's okay to feel some type of way. You have to express how you feel. People are alone. I'm not alone. I know some people who have been vaccinated. This is the part that is very ironic. I was able to go on a vacation, which was October 2020. I went to the shore, but I never swam. I wish that I never went on vacation at all. It was a family vacation. If I was high risk, I would never go on vacation. I feel that I miss going out. I just want to go to a game, maybe a basketball game. I would like to eat out more. I would like to eat out at restaurants I love eating at, maybe at a steakhouse. I was thinking about eating some hot pot. I want to eat at a pho restaurant once again. It would be nice to go to see my relatives for some barbecue. I want to eat some seafood at the barbecue at some point in time. I just want to go fly on an airplane, maybe travel out of the country. Not everyone's experiences are exactly the same when it comes to the pandemic. I'm trying to thrive. The good thing is that I have been able to reevaluate on who should and should not be in my life. During the pandemic, I was able to create opportunities for myself, which is podcasting. I was able to freelance by creating a marketing career for myself. I have been working from home. This is freelancing right now. I'm dedicated enough to make this into a full-time job. I'm very excited about this. I have been thinking about this. I was thinking about whether or not I will be creating another podcast. I have an idea, so it's still up in the air. I have to see how the Brewery Weird podcast is going. I know that I'm taking this podcast seriously. I will be continuing to podcast for the Brewery Weird podcast full time. That will be part of my agenda. So will be marketing. I miss my friends. I mean, I can see my relatives during Christmas break once the pandemic is over. I can see my relatives during Thanksgiving once the pandemic is over. I miss eating out with my family and my relatives. I remember that this was after graduating high school. The last time that happened before the pandemic was somewhere in the beginning of March, I believe, or maybe in the middle of February. I remember that. I want to meet with my friends again. I miss seeing them. I miss it so much. I'm very jealous because I want to swim at the beach. I have not been in the pool for more than a year and a half. I don't feel safe swimming in someone's pool right now. I don't know what someone could have spread. It is very debatable when the pandemic will be over. At this point, I feel very uncertain about it. I just don't want to lose hope. At the same time, I just feel that we cannot be too determined when it will be over. I barely contacted one of my friends. I hear stuff that this pandemic will be over in the middle of this year. The pandemic will be over by the end of this year. It will be over at the beginning of next year. At this point, I don't have any answers, so don't ask me about it. I'm always hearing different answers about when the pandemic will be over. I also heard that the pandemic will last in 4 years. I just feel that it will not last that long. I just don't know when the pandemic will happen to be over. I had to go out only when I picked up my medications. I had to go out because I had a doctor's appointment. I had a dentist appointment. It can be very depressing to be in quarantine while you're at home. People are tired of video chatting and not seeing people face to face. I don't have a problem with video chatting and being in a virtual conference. There are people who are tired of the virtual classes. I get it. I feel that I learned a lot during the pandemic. I will be talking about something that I want to address. It is related to social media, internet culture, and pop culture. It's the downfall of the YouTube prank channels. I hope that I upload an episode about why some of these YouTubers had a major downfall when it comes to pranks. I'm not going to talk about every single YouTuber that is in the prank YouTube community, let alone every single YouTuber who was in the YouTube prank community. I did not agree with a lot of the pranks that were perpetuated on YouTube. These types of videos have been pushed on the YouTube algorithm page. It has been happening for several years. I enjoyed watching the friendly pranks. I don't know if these prank videos with these YouTubers and couples exist. I'm just wondering. I want to discuss how I feel about prank channels on YouTube back then. I would definitely say that it was the best back then. I enjoyed watching some prank videos because it did not mean any harm. I miss those old good years when I was in elementary school, I was in middle school. Of course, I laughed at some prank videos because they were friendly. I wish that I watched some prank videos that are not emotionally, physically, or verbally abusive. In the old years, I miss that there were some types of boundaries because the money was not involved. No one was thinking about money because it just did not exist. And it was before it was uploaded on YouTube. I mean, not all prank videos are bad. There are some that I can't condone. I shouldn't defend it. The first time I watched prank videos on YouTube was when I was in elementary school. I will say that I always found them entertaining. I watched Vine compilations. I couldn't stop watching them. Watching compilations reminded me of, let's say, American home failed videos. I think that I'm rephrasing the show. I don't remember watching half of the prank friendly videos on YouTube, but I just want to watch funny prank videos after the podcast episode is over. I hope I have time. I mean, I already have the desire to do so. I think that the good prank videos don't get the amount of views it should have. I barely see good prank videos that get good amount of views. Let's say 100,000 views. That's a good number, right? I mean, I noticed the difference between good prank videos and bad prank videos. I wish that we can go back to the old days where we watch good prank videos, not prank videos that are clickbait. I don't know if American home failed videos are still around anymore. Are people still uploading America's home failed videos? I have not paid attention to it for a while. Do people still have American home videos enough to record an actual moment and send it to them in order for us to watch it? Does that make sense? I remember that. I just want to talk about how I feel about prank channels right now. It has not been the same since the money always mattered and people were always profiting off of their videos. People's relationships are always at risk. People's jobs are always at risk. People's financial stability is always at risk. Bringing people that are in your life is not something that I want to do. I saw this one prank YouTuber who would call someone a racial slur and it disturbed me. Why would you exploit someone over something serious and sensitive? I don't remember the name, but that person was violated for being disrespectful and being very antagonistic. I'm talking about the person that started the prank, that started being disrespectful. I guess that you suffer the consequences. I just don't like it when people think that racism is funny. There's nothing hilarious about calling someone a slur to people from a different race, different country, or different ethnicity, let alone different religion. How about you learn some cultures from a textbook? Go on Amazon and learn some cultures before you attempt to upload skit videos or prank videos. I mean, textbooks cost some money, but they should not cost up to $1,000. I remember seeing YouTubers who made light of negative stereotypes that affect religion, ethnicity, and country, let alone race. I asked, since when did all of this become a joke? Why does it have to be a prank? Things can't be considered a joke. It doesn't make sense to me. I am for pranks that are not about disrespecting anybody. Poking fun of someone's culture is crossing the line. One of the things that I noticed is that people ended up in handcuffs because they committed a crime and they want to say that it's a joke. Those are the people that you don't want to mess with. And I'm talking about police officers. I know people whose parents were police officers. The people I know with police careers would be offended by this. This is not a joke. I remembered when several big YouTubers would mess with the police officers for the views. I can tell that it was clickbait. I know why some people do illegal things for the views, and I believe that it has something to do with the money. I'll talk about all of the YouTubers when I describe bad behavior. I feel that this prank industry got worse. It's out of control. I just don't like that these people let it slide. They treat it like nothing is wrong with it. People chose money over quality content. I prefer to make quality content over clickbait content with the quick money, and there are consequences. A lot of that attention can be very dark and it can follow you. I mean, for the rest of your lives. This is what I can say. When people consistently create content that they believe works to make money, it's a part of their brand, and that is the legacy that they will have to live with. I just think that these prank YouTubers have no one to blame but themselves for getting caught and dealing with confrontational people when they know they're wrong. That is a harsh reality on these people. I would be mad if a random stranger threw food and beverages at me. Imagine someone threw beverages or food at me and I became allergic to it. It's because I realized it. I don't care if you don't know me. That's just insensitive and childish. You just don't cross these boundaries. If you are grown, then no one's going to keep coddling you and make excuses for you. I can't sue you because I'm the one that's suffering from an allergic reaction. Someone could have swallowed something by accident that causes enough damage. This can become a major damage lawsuit. And I remember seeing several uploads where people recorded an allergic reaction prank. People are not going to be okay with it because someone would assume that it's a health emergency. People are going to dial 911. This is not funny. This is not something I would laugh at. I have never done this before. Let's talk about the types of crimes, robbing a bank and abuse. These people always put clickbait titles on their resume. Well, they should do that because that is how they made their money. YouTube allowed these videos for several years. Now people have been doing extreme pranks because they want the views. They think that they are untouchable. Pranks that would not hurt people. Now we have been seeing pranks like this. I remembered watching prank videos when I was in middle school. In middle school, it was very casual. It was nothing like how it is today, and it's very nostalgic for me to watch YouTube prank videos. I just feel that's becoming a rarity already. It's a long story. There are prank channels that are very decent. I don't want to overgeneralize it. There are some prank videos that I thought were funny, and there are other prank videos where it has serious, nefarious consequences. There are certain things that you don't want to do because you will get in trouble for it. I'm not trying to go to jail for some thirsty videos. People are thirsting and people are going to have to pay bail. I'm not saying that all prank channels are bad. There are people who did anything to be thirsting for the views. How much more views did you need? I just don't get it. It would not matter if their videos were monetized or not. At the end of the day, your videos are being pushed. Regardless, YouTube changed their policies when it comes to prank videos. The thing is that I'm already over it. I see couples channels doing prank videos. Some of them were average, a few of them were creative, others were not positive at all. You can't turn something into a positive if the negative cannot be better. I honestly think that some people don't have something better to do. People are obsessed with clickbait titles. It's very clear that most channels are very manipulative. I already saw who most of them were, and I got to know who they are. I don't know these people personally, but I don't need to look up to a lot of these people. If I did, then I would be an idiot. I just think that pranks are already dying out. What kind of pranks do you want to do? Put on a clown mask and scare people while wearing it, or driving your friends in an Uber ride when you are in a disguise. I don't know how these people are still doing idiotic prank videos. Just grow up. Prank videos is your brand. That is how people look at you. People want to be a prankster and be a millionaire. I'm not hating. Some of these people became millionaires for profiting off of pranks, bad pranks. I'm just not fine with that. I'm not fine with it whatsoever. Pranking people became popular. Prank videos were popular on Vine. I don't see a lot of future with these prank YouTubers. I never found some prank couples channels hilarious in my opinion. It's one thing if you want to be funny. It's another thing if you're not being positive about it. I'm glad that I don't have prank videos because I know that I would hurt somebody easily. I don't want to see anyone hurt or emotionally devastated depending on what kind of prank it is. I mean, it is enough to emotionally hurt someone. You know what I mean? People were making money off of YouTube. This is why I don't mess with videos that upload social experiments. I want to talk about later. I want to talk about couples channels. I did not like a lot of these couple channels when I was in high school. I graduated high school in June 2017. One of the things that stood out to me with several couples channels is that I find it hard to believe if these people are actually in love or their partner is being used. Is that their partner is being used for the views? The problem with these couples channels is that I did not agree with the type of videos that were uploaded onto their channel. It's just like, are you teaching people how to be in a good relationship? It's good to be in a healthy relationship. Are you setting a good example for people to be in a good relationship? To me, you're promoting how to be a toxic person in a relationship. You're promoting, how to be toxic in a relationship. People are going to find this normal. I don't find it normal at all. None of it is funny. The prank video about telling your partner you cheated on someone, the idea that you want to accuse your partner cheating prank, the idea of having a side piece in your own home, that is disrespectful, or I'm having a child with someone else prank. I find it taken way too far. You think that your partner is going to take it lightly, but it's never the case. To be honest with you, I find it easy where people snitch on themselves and admit in their title that it has gone wrong. Then you continue to upload it. Is there a point in watching it when you admit the prank has gone wrong? What's the point of watching it? I can't take these types of prank YouTubers seriously. If I was in a relationship with someone, then I would never do that. If someone I'm with did more bad than good, I would leave. If I'm the reason why you're making money uploading one of the most disrespectful content, then I hope that you go broke. That's not something that I'm very comfortable doing. There are some prank YouTubers that I cannot take seriously because they perpetuate things that are so toxic with these relationships. Why would you perpetuate cheating? Why would you perpetuate faking a baby for a check? Why would you perpetuate jeopardizing your own relationship, your engagement, your marriage license? These clickbait videos are very deceitful. I would not use someone's baby for a check, so you expect to get paid $10,000? I don't know how many people fall for it. I'm assuming that a lot of young people fall for it because they are fans of these young YouTubers. I mean, I don't follow the hype. In other words, I don't put these people on a pedestal for some reason. I don't pay attention to them consistently. It goes back to how much interest I lost when it comes to watching vlogs. The thing is that it makes it hard for me to believe if the relationship is real for some couple vloggers. They are the prime example and why the prank community has faced their downfall. Their video sparked more hate in the public eye. I can't take their channel seriously, especially children being the butt of the joke. I will never do that to anyone. It does not have to be just children. People should not be doing that to babies. The thing is that I feel these couples could have a dysfunctional family for consistently pranking their children and risking their relationship. CBS will show up on your door and take them away from you. They are risking their own marriage if they are married. The more I see pranks that goes wrong in a relationship, the more I question the relationship. I would never consider divorce as a prank or abortion as a prank. I would never consider losing your marriage ring as a prank. To me, it is insensitive. I just feel that some people have to stop with the shenanigans. Another reason why I believe that people would post stunts like this is because they are unhappy with their life. Maybe they are not happy with their job, so they have to do what they can to increase their income. This is why you have to be careful who you choose as your spouse. I'm not married. I learned that being married is completely different from being someone's boyfriend or girlfriend and being engaged. correct me if I'm wrong. In a marriage, there are no more secrets. I'm not taken. I I have nothing to hide. It's no means to knock out couple vloggers. There are a lot of them. I can guarantee that there are decent couple vloggers. There is one couple vlogger that do not upload prank videos, and I actually admire them. They are from Canada, plus I forgot their name. I just watched them at one point in time. I haven't kept up with them for a while. I want to talk about one of the most subscribed couples on YouTube. Their names are Damien and Bianca Prince. I'm not attacking the kids. I notice how they use their kids for the views. People that know the couple know their kids. They have 3 kids right now. It's completely done for monetary gain. I just had a problem that they always shove their kids in their videos. I watched them at one point in time because their videos were always pushed onto the YouTube algorithm page. I was very familiar with them when I was in high school. Let's say I was a freshman recognizing them. At first, they were normal when I first recognized them. Then my opinions about them changed because they switched up their content and they just want to go viral. I just don't keep up with them. My thing is that I remembered how much prank videos that they both uploaded. I did not agree with some of the videos that Bianca uploaded and Damien uploaded. It just came off as very problematic. One of the problematic videos I can think of for Bianca is the video titled called Picked My Husband Up in an Uber Under Disguise. It came off as problematic because she covered her face with dark foundation. It looked like blackface to me. It's not excusable with what she did. It was offensive. It offended a lot of people for sure. If she were to start this all over again, then she would not have done her face to record a disguised video prank. She would use multiple clothing to make herself unrecognizable towards her husband. She wouldn't need any makeup. That would work better than what she actually did when she was driving. I mean, I find it problematic because her fans did not see anything wrong with it. That does bother me. It bothers a lot of people. I mean, you can look disguisable, but painting your face in a different skin tone is not the answer. I could tell that's Bianca. That wig did not do anything to look like she was a random person driving a vehicle. Someone needs to teach her how to do a good disguise because the disguise was not on point. It was a hot mess. Go find yourself a different wig from Michaels or Target. That weave looked so damp in my opinion. I mean, she shouldn't have used that foundation for a video to prank her husband. I just find it very crazy. Like, it's very clear that Bianca set it up, and I'm assuming that Damien knew what he was getting himself into because he uploaded prank videos on a consistent basis. I don't know if he still does now. That is a prime example why I don't look up to most couples on YouTube because they don't think before they do something. Like, do they lose track of what is right and what is wrong? I acknowledge that daily vlogging is their job. I'm not taking away from them. Do they forget that everything does not have to be posted? You're constantly posting your personal life out there. People are going to judge you. You want to have an issue when people have an opinion. That is why people have something to say. It's bad to say this. I'm already saying this on this podcast, and I just don't care if they listen to it because I just don't look up to them. It doesn't matter to me, so I'm not going to lose sleep if they find out that I have an issue with the types of videos they upload on their channel. They are also a family channel because their kids are also in their videos. I mean, it counts as a family channel. I don't think that I don't think that it counts as a couple's channel anymore. I mean, they were before, but their channel name is The Prince Family. They always have 15 ads in one of their videos. Like, how many more ads do you need in your videos? Do you want 20 ads in your videos? Another thing that I know is that they will always upload vlogs about being in pain. I remember that they recorded a video about being in physical abusive situations and think that it's funny. I would hate to be in situations where someone records me being in a serious situation and people say it's a prank. Some people are not completely sensitive when it comes to stuff like this. They are one of them. They're not sensitive. They should have titled one of their videos as "It Went Wrong." I mean, it's better that they don't upload the video, but I would never record something like that. I mean, someone could have called the police. I just don't play around like that. This is serious. To me, they're setting a bad example about how people have been in these abusive situations. If they are making it comedic, then they did a bad job. It's not comedic. I watched the video and it looked very serious to the point that someone was going to get hurt. I mean, one day they're going to get a lot of criticism from most people. There are people who have been in abusive situations. This is not a joke. I know a couple of people who have been in these abusive situations in general. You don't want to be in that situation because you never know what can happen to you. You cannot consider it a prank when it's a serious situation. I don't know if it's possible for a prank to be a fake prank. I just don't know what to believe anymore. At this point, I don't know what is considered a prank anymore when it comes to these family vloggers. They perpetuate why most people do not fool with family channels. I guess that they live a double life for uploading family and prank vlogs. The way they treat their kids and the way their kids are in YouTube videos. Bianca has recorded videos about having a baby and babies being out of the womb. You can find it on their YouTube channel. Bottom line, they're not a couples channel anymore because they also made it about the kids. I already saw that. I just feel that these kids do not need the spotlight because they don't need to be pressured. I feel that the parents are pressuring the kids to be on camera. As a parent, I would never record someone that is important to me. They would get mad at me for doing something like this. I mean, I could ruin my own relationship with people over this. People might as well leave me and not come back. I would not blame them for getting mad at me. I can't imagine how people would feel. You're hurting your own kids too. I can't imagine if these kids felt embarrassed being recorded like this. I want to talk about the Stoke twins. I was very familiar with the Stoke twins because of their association with this YouTuber named Brent Rivera. I remember that he was on Vine at one point in time. Back to the Stoke twins, they were in trouble with the law. They were in trouble by the law because they uploaded a prank video about robbing a bank. The Stoke twins had their clothes on. They were wearing black. They were dressed like they were about to meet people at the projects. They were prepared to get the views rolling, meaning they were prepared to abuse the YouTube view count system so it goes viral. They made it seem like they robbed the bank. They did not steal the money from the bank. The Uber driver saw the Stoke twins dressed up in the bank robbery outfit. The driver was very scared. The driver felt very threatened, so the driver must have drove away. The driver thought that the Stoke twins robbed a bank and had some guns. I mean, I expected the Stoke twins to get caught by the police. The pair were then charged with a felony and misdemeanor. There was a witness that saw it and someone called the police. If they are or were convicted, then they could potentially find themselves in state prison for up to 4 years following their role in a pair of fake bank robberies. At the end of the day, someone could have either got hurt or someone could have died. The issue is that it has became some type of following trend on social media. If people can post it on YouTube, imagine how many people post it on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram. As YouTube took these types of videos down where people commit a crime. The Stoke twins were explaining the prank to the police officers. These officers were lecturing the Stoke twins. One of the officers said, "This is what is going to get someone potentially hurt. We have people stopping in the middle of the street because they're watching this, guys, pulling off ski masks, throwing stuff on the ground, and changing clothes." Another officer said, "Think about what's going on nowadays. Think about it. You've got to be smarter than that. You know better. You're absolutely lucky you didn't get guns drawn on you." So I have to agree with the officers. They did what they had to do. The Uber driver had nothing to do with the prank. The prank took place at the University of California Irvine campus. How did the Stoke twins get there? Do they live in Los Angeles? What car do they drive in? Did they have their own security guards drive them? The lawyers for the brothers said that not only did the officers release the pair, they also allegedly made suggestions as to how the brothers could continue to make YouTube videos in the future. I mean, better ones. When the charges were announced in August, the Orange County District Attorney named Todd Spitzer called the fake robberies a twisted attempt to gain more popularity on the internet that endangered the public and police. I believe that too. I always believed that they attempted to social climb and profit off of it. There could be proof that they attempted to profit off of it. They were in court and they pleaded not guilty. Of course, a number of these YouTubers are very entitled. I hope that they get punished because what they did was dangerous. I would never do such a thing. Once he stopped uploading skit videos, then my feelings changed about him. I noticed a different side of him. Unfortunately, I cannot respect the things that he did because some of his pranks were very attention seeking. It looked very desperate once the money came in. I'm not saying that he should do certain things in order to keep his YouTube channel. His intentions were very suspect to me. It annoyed me. It just came off as very deceitful. Some clickbait videos can be very deceitful. It's very frustrating to see it. I really suck at creating clickbait titles. I'm not very good at hiding things, and this is one of the well-known viral stunts that he has done. There was this viral stunt with Rice Gum. It was a fake fight, and I saw it. It did not look like a prank to me. The problem that I had is he was lashing out at people. He wants to get mad about people talking about him. I find it ironic because you get people to talk about you. Your videos are published. I remember when he was arguing with these drama channels, drama alert. I was not aware that he was arguing with other drama channels on YouTube. I think that Rice Gum was also involved in the foolishness for the views. I'm not agreeing with it because he was misleading the fans. It was very corny. Unfortunately, he gets likes because kids watch it. He got a lot of hype for his prank videos. I don't know if he monetized every of his prank videos. I bet he did. I'm grown enough to know what he's doing. I read through what he was doing. I never found his pranks hilarious. No disrespect, I'm not hating. I always thought that it was very scripted. Whose pranks are not scripted? I believe that he fell into the idea of creating some facade that something happened. Yeah, it happened to me. Yeah, this happened to me. Something happened to me. You know what happened to me. You need to know what happened to me. I think that he lost track of being transparent with his audience. He did a good job with exposing his own tracks. How many of his fans did not follow his footsteps? Like, stop creating some fake drama. I don't care if you like or do not like him, there are consequences when you lie to your audience. Like, he does not want people to speak about him. Like I said, he can dish it, but he can never take it. I noticed that FoozyTube was acting weird. I can't forget it because I recognize that he has bipolar disorder. He said that Drake will be at his show. Drake is going to be there. Drake doesn't know him. He never met Drake. I've heard that he stalked Drake. I don't know if he has done this several times. He had a free event. No one had to pay for the event. This is contrary to Tana Mojo because she set up her own event. It was a twist of VidCon because she was banned from VidCon for life. I don't know if Fuzi was banned from VidCon. He mentioned that he has bipolar disorder. Everyone knows about it already. He has been vocal about it. He was honest and open about it. I've seen videos of him having episodes. I just hope that he has someone on his side. He needs someone that will look out for him, not someone that will enable his behavior, that will hurt his support system. You don't want to suppress that. Again, I have known someone who has bipolar disorder. I know how real and serious it is. FoozyTube needs someone that can protect him. You need someone that will look out for you, not someone that will not take bipolar disorder seriously. He needs to have friends that are good to him and that will never do anything bad to him. People that will never put him in dangerous situations. I also hope that he is on top of his treatments because I don't want him to be off track with his health. That's all that matters. I hope that he is working on his YouTube journey. I'm not saying that he should stop working. I hope that he keeps doing what he loves for a living. I know that he has fame because he has an established audience and that is part of his job. I'm not saying that he needs to stop working. I just hope the best for him. One of his content should have been marked that it violated their terms of service. It's their job to do that. The only way his 15 minutes of fame will be over is to stop paying attention to him. Stop watching his videos. There's another YouTuber that I will never look up to. His name is Joey Salads. He is also known for his prank videos that he claims to be fake. He is also known for his social experiment videos. I'm not a fan of Joey Salads. I never really liked him in the first place. I noticed that he showed his true colors. For some reason, I can never be around him. He's known for doing one of the most disgusting things in YouTube history. He's also known for his problematic, controversial political stunts. It's about a racial divide. I always felt that he was problematic for a racial divide that he would cause. He is also known for one of the most problematic remarks. I'm assuming that he's unhappy because maybe his channels are dying. Things that he's done, it's about why else is he not uploading consistent videos on YouTube. I wish that I would have known about this earlier. He was a racist towards people of color. I mean, not a lot of people called it out. He called people of color thugs. I did not respect that he uploaded prank videos that were very political. He would embarrass people in the hood that is deemed as disrespectful. He would disrespect black people by perpetuating the stereotype that they are angry and crazy. If he wanted to upload pranks that are not controversial, do something like positive and laughable. He had the audacity to call them emotional. What he said was the most insensitive thing to say. After on, he admitted that his videos were fake pranks. I don't care if you are faking things. Like, he apologized about it, but it was not a good apology. If none of the things happened, then he would not portray himself in such a bad light. Stop perpetuating things that will get people hurt. I mean, he did multiple things. The only thing that you need to worry about is staying in your lane and stop worrying about issues that you're not able to defend. You may have enough issues going on in your life. The real problem is that he was not handling his own business. How about you start learning why issues towards certain people are real, and how about you learn how you can help a group of people affected by real issues? That's the part that I cannot respect, causing issues for the views. What you're doing is causing a huge divide. You're causing drama in people's communities. Maybe he admitted that he thought about the views. I mean, he sounds sincere because it's very obvious. I mean, I can't take him as a creator seriously because he's known for his negative content. That would be his legacy because that is what people know of him. His negative prank videos will be his own brand. He's not going to be featured on America's Home Videos. It's obvious because none of his prank videos are homemade. I don't know if America's Home Videos have been controversial. I'm sure that kids are going to watch him, maybe not every day. I don't follow this person out and I will never look up to that person. It's very clear that he was causing violence with the community, let alone people of color. If that's what he did, then he should stop working. His 15 minutes of fame should have been over a long time ago. He could have seriously hurt somebody. Then I heard that he lost a lot of subscribers. He lost 4 million subscribers. I mean, good for him for showing his true colors. I understand that some people want his channel removed from YouTube. Unfortunately, I doubt that they will remove his channel. That's the only way he knows we're not paying attention to him. If he does not learn what he did wrong, then I don't know if he's going to move forward in life and start getting respect from people. I want to talk about his aspiring political career. I had no idea that he was running for Congress. I heard he dropped out, and I refuse to put more money into his campaign. No matter what he's doing, I'm not going to support him. I could care less if he's doing well because he has done more negative things than positive things. That's the thing. What was his purpose with running for Congress? So he can focus on running his own brand and not help people? He doesn't have political experience. I'm not buying whatever reason he will be running a political campaign. I just heard about it. I want to talk about this YouTuber. His name is Adam Saleh. I'm very familiar with him. I don't know him personally. He doesn't know me. He has not done anything to me that is wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of Adam for some reason. At first, he's uploading other things other than pranks. He recorded his own music videos. I'm sure that he uploads videos about his personal life. He uploads videos about his family, his culture, and his religion. That's about it. That's what I know of him. I want to talk about why I'm not a fan of Adam Saleh. I'm not hating on the person. In my personal opinion, he perpetuates why the YouTube prank community faced their downfall. I remembered watching him when I was in high school because his videos were being pushed onto the recommendation page. If you search his name on YouTube, you will find his videos. I have to say that he uploaded one of the most idiotic videos. I feel that I can't take him seriously. I just felt that a lot of his videos were attention seeking. I never thought that his videos would be uploaded with good intentions. It was very clear that his videos were clickbait. I'm not saying that all clickbait videos are bad. I did not like the way, he disrespected the people in his own community. He disrespected the people of his own religion. He disrespected black folks. I have seen social experiments that were not friendly. Some of them were very foolish. I considered some of them bullying. People are always going to have something to say. You're disrespecting your own community. That racial profiling video was out there. It looked really serious because what he did with the racial profiling video, what happened was that he was on the plane. It was Delta Airlines. It would cause legal consequences. How could he get away with this? He could have, posted a good video. I prefer a good video over a video that offends people. The thing is that I just don't like it when people use certain people for money. That's what it was. It's very ignorant. At one point in time, he was enjoying the success when he had no problem racial profiling people. As soon as he was on a Delta flight, all of a sudden he wants to play victim. He was supposed to go back home to New York City. He traveled with his friend and was on the same plane as him. His name is Slim. There are people speaking against him and his friend. They were on the same flight as him and his friend. I'm talking about the people on the plane. Most people on the same flight as him said that he was being disrespectful and unnecessarily shouting out words in another language. It was in Arabic. It reached worldwide media coverage. There are people who were supporting Adam and his friend Slim. Their fan base agreed to follow the hashtag and tweeted out cancel Delta or Delta's racist. I might be rephrasing the hashtag about Delta. For what? That's right, it's for the views, so they can profit off of their foolishness. I don't have all of the details, but there are lots of details where we're about to make the conclusions. I just can't take him seriously because he's done a lot of attention seeking stuff that was negative. A lot of things have bothered me about him because he always get involved in something. I'm not a fan of him, but I just don't follow or pay any attention to him. I personally cannot respect what he did with people of color because it looked very attention seeking and desperate. I mean, it was dangerous where he could get hurt. It's very clear that he was thirsting for the YouTube fame, views, and money. I forgot, clicks. So he's one of the prime reasons why the print community faced their own downfall and maybe has a bad name. People get a lot of hate for perpetuating real issues. That's why the YouTube prank community has a bad name. It's always going to be there. I don't find it easy to fix that reputation of the prank YouTube community. Recently, I checked his YouTube channel. It seems to me that nothing changed with this prank video content. I think that it's safe to say that he is one of these prank influencers who disturbs the peace. I mean, he does it on purpose. How desperate can you be? The problem I had with the story is that Delta should have sued him for defamation. He claimed that Delta discriminated against him because he was speaking Arabic. He was recording a video talking about it and sharing it with his audience. What made me mad is that lots of people followed the Twitter hashtag. The people that followed the hashtag were defending Adam and saying that Delta needs to go out of business. These people implied that they would never fly on Delta because they discriminated against Adam. I may be rephrasing it or something. The thing is that his fan base did not know the full story. They did not take the time to know the full story. No one was focused on how the passengers were disturbed by Adam's actions. This reminds me of how many people want to be a social media activist so they can social climb. All I can say is that he needs some reality check. If he can cause a scene on a plane, I'm wondering if he will cause a scene at the Cheesecake Factory. Let's see how quick he gets kicked off of the restaurant. Let's see how quick he gets kicked out of the restaurant. Let's see if he causes a scene on an Uber ride and gets kicked out. Let's see if he causes a scene on a premium economy flight. I want to see how fast he gets kicked off of the plane, maybe on a private jet. I want to talk about this YouTuber. His name is Sam Pepper. He is known to be this prank YouTuber. Unfortunately, he is on YouTube. I thought that he was done with YouTube. He is also known to be a contestant of Big Brother UK version. It turns out that his pranks were very negative for many reasons. He's notorious for um, a lot of negative prank videos. Let me discuss what he did that was bad. Sam Pepper uploaded a prank video. It was called a fake hand butt pinch prank. In the video, it showed that he was bothering women. Many women were accusing him of sexual harassment once the videos were published. He claimed that this video was a social experiment to raise awareness of male victims of sexual assault and that the women were in on the stunt. He has been accused of doing unforgivable things outside of YouTube, outside of social media. There was an 18-year-old female who accused Sam Pepper of rape. She filed an incident report to the Los Angeles police. She claimed that she filed the police report to warn women that meet Sam Pepper. The woman who filed the report on Thursday told BuzzFeed News that she met Pepper at a party on the night. That was on September 5th, 2014. Her friends had known Pepper for some time, she said. He had even shared a hotel room with them at one point. That's what she said. She said that she thought that he was someone definitely trustworthy. There was a 19-year-old female, her name is Barney Harris. She told BuzzFeed News that Pepper solicited nude photographs of her in 2011 when he was 22 years old. She was 15 years old at the time. In April 2013, a Toronto woman told BuzzFeed News that Pepper raped her. He also uploaded a video called Killing Best Friend Prank. He was antagonizing his best friend who was the target of the prank. When I watched the video of his friend kidnapped, it was very painful to watch. The friend was very emotional, those tears were very real. Sam Pepper thought that he got away with it and then hugged him. What Sam did afterwards did not make any sense to me. Everyone was very mad watching it. I was pissed off too. You have friends that look out for you. Why would you take advantage of someone that would never do anything wrong to you? That's the part that rubbed me the wrong way. It feels like betrayal to me. That is what it looks like to me. He is one of these people who would prey on innocent people. What he did was not a prank. It looked like he committed, attempted first-degree murder. You can't consider it a prank and put someone in a dangerous situation where it ends up deadly. Something could have deadly happened. The friend is lucky that he was alive at that time. I don't know if he has long-lasting health effects. He looked very traumatized. He must have been traumatized and he bawled his eyes out. He was crying. I'm sure that he did not know what he was set up for. People must have been concerned about that friend being pranked by Sam Pepper. People must have been concerned about that friend being pranked by Sam Pepper. I'm very curious to know how that experience actually affects him down the road. Yeah, he realized after that it was a prank. He still went through it. He might have dark memories about it. I mean, I don't know everything about his mental state. I'm talking about the friend. You should never traumatize anybody. No one should consider it a prank when you cause trauma. There's nothing funny about it. I also wonder how the friend is doing. I'm just curious about it. I hope that the friend has nothing to do with Sam Pepper because what he did was illegal. I can't indicate if the friend is still friends with him. The friend had no idea if Sam would have a Glock 40 in the vehicle. It was very dangerous. The friend was very defenseless. I'm also mad at the person that recorded the entire thing. If the camera person told Sam, this is a bad idea, we should not do this, I would respect it. No one was talking about that part. I don't remember if other people were in the video. If people were in the video, then they are wrong. They should be punished. Matter of fact, they should have been punished, including the person recording the entire thing. Yeah, I would like to see the person recording this arrested. It sounds like maybe the person recording this was involved in the plan. That's just me, and that's just how I feel about it. I saw debates about how they want to encourage YouTube to get Sam Pepper off of the platform. Would it be right for YouTube to delete Sam Pepper off of the platform? Would it be a better place if he was not on YouTube? There was a petition to get rid of Sam Pepper off of the platform. There were several signatures. When you sign up for YouTube, you agree to follow their guidelines regardless of whether or not it infringes upon your freedom of speech. If you don't agree, then you cannot be on the platform. It will be hard to be on the platform if you don't agree. Personally, I think literally kidnapping someone should go against any website's guidelines. I'm sure that people feel the same way. People joked and said that he'd escalate to committing crimes and call it a prank. Guess what? We weren't wrong and Sam was wrong. Where does it end? Where's the line that was supposed to be drawn? The First Amendment protects freedom of speech and creativity. However, I'm a firm believer that you lose your liberties when acting out in such a controversial manner. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater, and in this scenario, you should not be able to continue freely expressing yourself when you are putting other lives in danger. Regardless if this was a prank, Sam Pepper still severely traumatized a friend in that moment. Therefore, YouTube has every right to take down whatever content they please. I think that there's a very strong division between conservatives and liberals in this conversation, like where some want disciplinary action to be taken while others want to protect the sanctity of creativity. Overall, I think we can all agree Sam Pepper is a disgrace, and the YouTube community should pay no attention to him. Ever since he did something controversial, I did not hear about him. If several YouTubers are accused of something serious, then YouTube needs to step up and stand against it because it will make their platform look bad. That's just how I feel. It should teach people that we can't keep idolizing people who get away with this type of behavior. It's completely disgraceful. That's just how I feel. It reminds me of Hollywood all over again. He perpetuates the idea that privileged people get away with anything and become comfortable when they don't suffer from legal consequences. In general, I don't think that YouTube did anything to stand against these YouTubers for people to face several allegations against them. The First Amendment protects your right to freedom of speech from the government. Like, YouTube is not associated with the government. It's a privately owned place, which means they can censor whatever they deem necessary for whatever reason. It's their website. They're free to do whatever they want within the confines of the law. Again, the First Amendment does not protect people from consequences. Done something about this earlier because we don't want to see people like Sam get away with doing reprehensible things. I mean, how many of these YouTubers did the same thing Sam did and should have been sentenced to prison? I'm glad that most YouTubers don't associate with him. If I was a YouTuber, I would never be around him. What is he not doing that's bad? Like, the biggest issue with Sam is that he wanted that social clout without consequences. The fact that he was an adult. This is what I have to say. He belongs in prison. That is no question asked. I will always stand by it when it comes to Sam Pepper. I find it very disgraceful that nothing was done about this on the legal level. The fact that multiple women are accusing him of sexual abuse is very sickening to me. What is he not accused of? It's very disgraceful that he was not held accountable for it. I was all over the place once I heard about Sam Pepper and what he did. I hope that there's an active criminal investigation against Sam. It needs to be as active as possible. I mean federal. I mean, he was always bullying people and targeting innocent people while he was recording YouTube videos. I mean, he had a YouTube channel and he had the opportunity to do something huge and positive. I wish that he was arrested earlier. If he was arrested earlier, then these people he hurt would have gotten out of this situation quickly. There should have been justice earlier. He should have been sentenced to prison for attempted murder. The judge would throw the book at him and sentence him to prison. That may be up to the judge. It's not my place to say anything, so I'm not the judge. What I want to say is that he put women through hell, especially underage females. What he did to them was very nefarious and harmful. He doesn't deserve the privilege that he currently has right now. It's very bad that he was thinking about profit while recording videos. It's very clear that he was benefiting himself to live his best life. He was banned from VidCon and other social media creator events. To me, I would like it if he stopped working for life. That sort of behavior can't be accepted, and it sets a standard and brings a message to his viewers that this sort of behavior isn't a big deal. I heard that he's on TikTok. I mean, what is he on there for? Pulling another prank? I mean, what could he be doing that is bad on TikTok? Like, What he did is not freedom of speech. I mean, the kidnapping video and the social experiment with being harassed, he thought that he could get away with this. That was the sick mentality that he had. No company should ever work with him when it comes to sponsorships. No company should work with him when it comes to collaborations. His amount of fame on YouTube should have been over a long time ago. At the end of the day, he was an adult when he was living that best life and recording YouTube videos. I'm sure that his videos were completely planned. I find it obvious that his intentions were real when it comes to his social experiments. He thought that he would not suffer any repercussions. He was too busy harassing people. He is the epitome of why people don't fool with YouTube prank channels. No one should knock these underage females that were antagonized by Sam Pepper. Like, we have to take this type of stuff seriously. It's very clear that he is very manipulative and money hungry. It's very clear that I just don't respect that. I don't respect that he does something negative and expects a big fat check. He may have expected that every video would be more than $20,000. YouTube should never let it fly. I feel that he should have used his YouTube channel to do something positive. I would have respected it. People would have respected him. If he did not do any of the things he's accused of inside and outside of the YouTube world, then he would not be in scandals. But he took advantage of it by deciding that he would do crazy things for the views. It's very clear that he allegedly changed people's lives and it took a negative turn. I just feel that it's too late for him to turn a negative into a positive. I just wonder what it will be like for him to be in prison. That's where he belongs for sure. If he was charged with abuse, then it would be bad if he was given a slap on the wrist, which is not what everyone wants. That should never happen. I want to see what it is like for him to be losing a lot of privilege. It's going to be hard for him to have fun in life. He did this stuff on purpose. There's no way that he can come back from this. I don't see prank videos going away anytime soon. I mean, I expected a lot of idiotic prank videos to be demonetized because it puts a bad influence on the children. I doubt that YouTube would take it down unless people want to be a social activist and demand that it needs to be taken down. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of being on social media. That's not my job. I don't have time for it. If YouTube listens and agrees, then they will take it down. I mean, there are people who upload good prank videos who would not want to monetize off of it. Something that puts a smile on people's faces, something that makes them laugh. I want to watch something that makes me laugh, but I also see people who still upload, negative prank videos. That lets me know how negative people are. I mean, it's very impossible to put these videos behind us. I also realize that people don't upload good prank videos because they are not creative enough. I feel that people would be on the positive road if people knew how to be creative. Personally, I would never see myself as a prank YouTuber. I feel that it was best for me not to be a prank YouTuber because it is a lot of less drama when you don't want to be involved in a bunch of scandals. Being the scandal is the last thing that you want to be a part of. It's very hard for me to see if people changed when people's prank videos were more negative than positive. I get it. You know yourself more than anyone else. You can't control anyone's actions. You can't control what anyone does. You can't control anyone's business. You can do so much. You can't control what people upload and should not upload. You're not able to control your actions. It's hard for people to like someone. I'm not hating on these prank YouTubers. There are some YouTubers who chose to upload other types of videos other than prank videos. These people are retired from the prank community. All money is not good money. I'm not naive enough to know that people are being used for the views. That's how you jeopardize your own relationships and your friendships, your own family too. I barely record videos by showing my face right now. I also learned that thinking about fame can actually kill you. People are out here thinking about the views. People think about the money. They think about the attention. They are very manipulative with the video titles. Article titles can be very clickbait. You don't want to do stupid things when you have so much fame right now. The number of views is important to many people. People care about quantity. Nobody cares about quality content anymore. I learned that it will be hard to learn about the real world if people do not focus on the real world. That's going to be very hard. that is going on with their heads. The more prank channels keep popping up, the more unregulated harassment becomes the norm. People need to stop normalizing harassment depending on what kind of harassment it is. The real reason why people become popular is that we keep paying attention to them and it makes their ego big. I would be mad if I was in another prank video, someone targeted me. Who would want to be approached by random strangers and they have a camera on their hand? That leads to more thirst for fame. My thing is, just remind yourself what is right and what's wrong. When people do something that's wrong and you feed into it, then it becomes a problem because you are normalizing it. I don't see prank videos going away anytime soon. I mean, I expected a lot of idiotic prank videos to be demonetized because it puts a bad influence on the children. I doubt that YouTube would take it down unless people want to be a social activist and demand that it needs to be taken down. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of being on social media. That's not my job. I don't have time for it. If YouTube listens and agrees, then they will take it down. I mean, there are people who upload good prank videos who would not want to monetize off of it. Something that puts a smile on people's faces, something that makes them laugh. I want to watch something that makes me laugh, but I also see people who still upload, negative prank videos. That lets me know how negative people are. I mean, it's very impossible to put these videos behind us. I also realized that people don't upload good prank videos because they are not creative enough. I feel that people would be on the positive road if people knew how to be creative. Personally, I would never see myself as a prank YouTuber. I feel that it was best for me not to be a prank YouTuber because it is a lot of less drama when you don't want to be involved in a bunch of scandals. Being the scandal is the last thing that you want to be a part of. It's very hard for me to see if people changed when people's prank videos were more negative than positive. I get it. You know yourself more than anyone else. You can't control anyone's actions. You can't control what anyone does. You can't control anyone's business. You can do so much. You can't control what people upload and should not upload. You're not able to control your actions. It's hard for people to like someone. I'm not hating on these prank YouTubers. There are some YouTubers who chose to upload other types of videos other than prank videos. These people are retired from the prank community. All money is not good money. I'm not naive enough to know that people are being used for the views. That's how you jeopardize your own relationships and your friendships, your own family too. I barely record videos by showing my face right now. I also learned that thinking about fame can actually kill you. People are out here thinking about the views, people think about the money, they think about the attention. They are very manipulative with the video titles. Article titles can be very clickbait. You don't want to do stupid things when you have so much fame right now. The number of views is important to many people. People care about quantity. Nobody cares about quality content anymore. I learned that it will be hard to learn about the real world if people do not focus on the real world. That's going to be very hard. That is going on with their heads. The more prank channels keep popping up, the more unregulated harassment becomes the norm. People need to stop normalizing harassment depending on what kind of harassment it is. The real reason why people become popular is that we keep paying attention to them and it makes their ego big. I would be mad if I was in another prank video, someone targeted me. Who would want to be approached by random strangers and they have a camera on their hand? That leads to more thirst for fame. My thing is, just remind yourself what is right and what's wrong. When people do something that's wrong and you feed into it, then it becomes a problem because you are normalizing it.